we will conclude with another observation. Have we not just explained and illustrated, complete with accounting entries from the book, the fact that the fractional reserve banking system permits the expansion of means of payment like an accordion? Well, take note. Just as easily as the supply of credit expands, it contracts if certain conditions exist. This contraction takes place when one, several, or a combination of all the following phenomena occurs. A. Instead of increasing, original deposits decrease. In other words, if I go to the bank and instead of depositing 1 million euros, which then increases tenfold with the help of the multiplier, I go and withdraw the money and leave for Haiti, well, then it contracts tenfold. This is the same procedure we discussed earlier, but in reverse. B. The public's desire to hold monetary units outside the banking system increases. Whoa, I do not trust the banking system. I'm feeling uncertain. I am going to keep my money at home. A contraction occurs. C. Bankers are wary, as they are now. After a crisis, they say, I had granted 1 million mortgage loans, thinking the money would be paid back, but I will not be getting it back. And businesses are failing. Well, now I am going to lend money in very small doses and give much closer consideration to borrowers' plans and solvency. So, banks begin to grant fewer loans. They do not lend out 90% of what they receive on deposit. They lend out less. There is a contraction. D. Borrowers seek fewer loans. This is happening now as well. What a blow I have suffered as an entrepreneur. All the hopes I had pinned on my real estate development have come to nothing. I have come close to suspending payments. With great difficulty, I have managed to pay my suppliers and repay what I owed the bank. But I am left with the clothes on my back. To be honest, I am demoralized. I am going to visit the psychiatrist every week, and I am taking all kinds of pills. If anyone suggests getting involved in another business venture, the answer is no. If we enter into a phase in which customers are paying loans off faster than banks are granting new ones, there is a monetary contraction. And finally, E. There are many defaulters, which is also true at present. In other words, many families or households and companies suspend payments and do not repay their loans. This can be so serious, dear students, that banks' assets, which are represented mainly by loans, can come to be worth a fraction of what was thought, while banks' liabilities remain the same. The deposits they have created from nothing. And what happens if assets are reduced to a fraction and liabilities remain the same? Well, from one day to the next, when this is discovered, the whole financial system fails or goes bankrupt. And that is dreadful, because as soon as people realize what is happening, they go en masse to withdraw their money from banks. But it is not there. The monetary system disappears, and we have to go back to practically the cave period to reinitiate from the very beginning the evolutionary process by which money emerges. This paralyzes an entire market economy, and it is tragic. It was precisely to avoid such a situation that the desperate bailout of private banks was provided, a program which began in the United States with several $100 billion with which to buy toxic assets. Toxic assets is a euphemism. It refers to banks' worthless assets, those loans of no value, subprime mortgages, etc. The money could also be used to simply make loans to banks, increase their capital, nationalize them, or directly back or guarantee deposits. Listen, even if you go under, I, the central bank, or Papa State, will cover all of your liabilities. Otherwise, the monetary system will disappear.